John Lazert never dreamed he would become a heart patient. In the spring of 2002, what seemed to be a bad chest cold rapidly became a life-threatening situation.
I was a student at KU. I'd never had any health problems before. One day I tried to make it to class, and I just noticed that something wasn't right. I remember walking, and about halfway there, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it all the way up the hill to class. I didn't know that when I went to the hospital about midnight that night, I was going to be in a hospital for about 2 months.
John was critically ill. He had just been transferred from Lawrence Memorial with the thought that he might need a heart transplant. My concern was that John might not make it to receive a heart transplant because he was so ill.
I remember when they told me, just thinking it was, the end of the world.
John was able to be stabilized to some extent, but despite all these intensive measures, he continued to decline.
After I was admitted to St. Luke's, I just had a list of things happen to me. I had the balloon pump needed to be inserted. Then shortly after that, I had a stroke. And then about 3 weeks after that, I had almost complete failure.
He never thought he would die. And I can remember going home to shower, and those times away from him, just praying because I knew how close he was.
And it was determined by the team that his best and only chance of survival was to have implanted what is now known as a left ventricular assist device, or the equivalent of an artificial heart.
I remember looking the doctor in the eye and saying, can you promise me this will work? Because this is the man I want to marry.
John was stabilized to the point where he could actually leave the hospital, albeit hooked up and tethered to wires and a big machine. John was able to be out and about in the sunshine. He waited for about 5 months before a suitable donor heart became available, and then underwent successful transplantation.
There are so many doctors and surgeons that took great care of me.
Their knowledge and expertise made me realize that they were some of the best doctors and staff in the entire country.
There was one nurse in particular who, even when I had my LVAD device put in, came into work on her day off and sat there with my parents.
We were in the best place possible for John's needs.
John has done great following heart transplant. He is doing everything he wants and enjoying life to the fullest.
I got married, we've got a good job. We own a business in Kansas City, and we just 6 months ago had our first child, a little boy named Carter, and he's just the most amazing thing.
Our life now is incredible. John's healthy. We have a beautiful son. Couldn't be better.
To the people who support St. Luke's and the Mid-America Heart Institute, I would say thank you, because without them, I probably wouldn't be here, and I doubt I would have been able to hold Carter when he was born last October. You want to just say thank you, but saying thank you isn't enough. I mean, these are the people that saved my life.